Hi, my name is Bill, and I'm a college professor in Dallas, Texas. And every once in a while, I get a nice message from one of my viewers who wants me to present something on their behalf. And this particular one likes to be anonymous, and until he says otherwise, he will remain so. But thanks for your submission. This is about USAID, and in case you're not familiar with it, USAID represents 0.3% of the United States budget overall. And it was one of the first things DOGE targeted in their pseudo-government efficiency cuts, where they cut a whole bunch of stuff that really matters that amount to nothing in terms of the overall impact on the budget. Meanwhile, leaving things like all the pork in national defense alone. But leave that as it be, that as it may. USAID, in that 0.3%, what they do, 40% of America's farmers, that food goes to help impoverished nations and starving children. Okay? USAID is responsible for helping the spread of democracy. It's responsible for feeding impoverished children. It's responsible for doing good in the world in the name of the United States, which is also one way that we create allies, by the way. It's a very, on the grand scheme of things, it's a very inexpensive way to build relationships and create allies all over the world by doing good things. Now, today's submission is about USAID. While it seems to have fallen off the radar of most news organizations, the cuts that DOGE made to USAID are doing incredible harm to the most vulnerable people in the world. Lawrence O'Donnell recently featured a segment on his MSNBC program about the bloodbath that is USAID cuts. That's where little Marco Rubio came in. On February 25th, Rubio canceled 83% of USAID contracts, saying they serve no purposes. The services these contracts supported included disease detection and treatment, nutrition assistance, and other vital public health services. So, no purpose seems like a pretty shaky justification. Since February 25th, USAID agencies, including those providing health services and food to desperate populations, have seen otherwise preventable disease increase dramatically, and deaths from those diseases. Some estimates are that as many as 200,000 children could soon die as a result of the cutoff of this essential aid. But to Marco Rubio, it's all a lie. In testimony before the House Foreign Affairs Committee on May 21st, Rubio declared no one has died because of USAID cuts. Well, tell that to the mother of a 7-year-old Nigerian boy, Bagana Bukar Mohammed. Babagana was being treated for sickle cell anemia at a USAID-funded hospital, and when that funding was cut off, he could no longer get treatment elsewhere, and he died. Or tell it to the doctors who kept South Sudan a single mother, 35-year-old Jennifer Anya, and her 5-year-old son, Evan Anzu. Both of them were HIV positive, and it kept them alive. When the funds for their care were cut off, both died, the mother and child. These are only two stories, but researchers estimate that over 96,000 adults and 200,000 infants and children have already died because of these cuts, which began almost immediately after the second Trump term began in January. So what can we do about this? Not much, unless we have a legitimate Congress and a legitimate executive branch to replace the current illegitimate ones. But we can keep the massive crime against humanity alive in the public mind every day until these changes happen, and maybe by so doing make those replacements more possible, maybe more responsible if we let our voices be heard, as I'm always talking about, calling our senators and representatives and telling them we're aware of this. I've been calling on my House representative and 2 senators, but they don't seem to be hearing me. So let's all get to work. Let's make those calls, send those emails, and send those letters, whatever you're comfortable doing. I don't mind making a phone call. I'll also send an email. I don't really send letters anymore, but I know my parents do that all the time. This is what we have to do. We have to take issues that are important to us, issues that matter to the world, and make sure that our representatives know that we're paying attention, we know what they're doing, and they're not getting away with it. As always, thanks for watching, and hey, my anonymous friend, thank you for the submission. If you have a submission of something that you think needs to be aired and you feel intimidated by this medium, you can always reach out to me. Have a good day. Thank you.